Peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings. This is going to be an interesting discussion. You might as well share the live right now. The topic of discussion is don't go to jail trying to prove your loyalty to Ras J. Baraka. Peace and blessings. My name is Muta El Amin. I'm a lifelong Newark resident. I'm a children's book author. I do a bunch of good things to affect Newark in a positive way. Have been doing so for years. My track record is known for the community work that I do. Recently, I attended a protest out in Camden, which turned into what one could describe as a looming situation that could amount. And it is courtesy of the neglect of Mr. Ras J. Baraka. All right now, we have a situation that could be brewing. We have liberties that could have been taken away. We have a potential crime like that could have taken place. And Mr. Ras J. Baraka is setting these youth. He's setting my young brothers up for failure. Listen, if you are still active in the streets, you should not be putting yourself as a shield for the governor's race. If you want to get involved, I mean, it's cool to go out door to door and get petitions signed, but you should not be actively engaging in protesters. There are police to do that. There was Camden police there. There was Ras Baraka's police unit there. For him to send people, street figures out there in order to disrupt a protest, this is dangerous. And it's very dangerous. And I need everybody to tag Ras J. Baraka because he needs to make this good. He needs to make this good. Share this live. The U.S. Constitution, specifically the First Amendment, protects the right to protest by safeguarding the freedom of speech, assembly, and the right to petition the government. Ras J. Baraka is the government. The freedom to express their opinion and seek redress for grievance from the government without fear of reprisal. And when we send well-known street figures to go to protesters and start trouble, that takes away my fear of reprisal. So Ras J, he trying to set my youth up right now. He trying to set y'all up for a fall. That's a crime. He trying to set y'all up for a charge. He not gonna care. He gonna say he ain't know nothing about that. He was in the club. The reality is, he knew there was going to be local protesters there. Ras Baraka knew there was going to be local protesters there. Protesting is legal. It is your right as an American citizen. There were police in place to handle anything. He had his police squad. There was also the Camden police there in place. This is an extremely dangerous situation, and we need to get on top of it now. Whoever's listening, it is your responsibility. Don't look on this as entertainment, because if lives are lost in the future, then everybody's going to be, oh, what happened? This type of stuff spirals out of control. That's what happened. This type of stuff spirals out of control. I got 20 people calling me, telling me to be careful. Am I okay? I'm a children's book author. I do good stuff in the community. Why wouldn't I be okay? Because I talk loud to my politician? Should I fear? Should I move any different? This is what type of atmosphere we in. 20 people called me, told me to be careful. Why? Because I talked to my politician? I gotta be scared? Because they using people? Man, you guys is kidding me. I'm gonna move the same way I've been moving. Ras Baraka, you need to fix this situation ASAP. You need to fix this situation ASAP. You need to stop telling young black men to be your shield. You have police to be your shield. Stop having young black men to be your shield. You have police officers to be your shield. And for my young black men, please don't be the shield of a politician. I understand that the economy is bad and we all need jobs, right? But a politician is a politician. People get caught up into this black and this white, and they get caught up into skin colors, and we get caught up into the wrong thing, right? The reality is, what do we need? How can we move forward, right? And we've seen a decade of Mr. Ras J Baraka's politics, and the people haven't been moved forward. And that's just the reality. So that's why a person like me who's being called out to Camden, right? So I was called out there because they figured that something was going to happen like this, right? So they wanted somebody close to the ground in Newark to make sure that plays a mediating factor. So that's what I was there for, to play a common factor, to make sure the words are expressed, because I could talk mean to my politicians all I want, right? And it's not for a street figure to try to take away my constitutional right. And if you're acting on behest of Ras J Baraka, this is a crime. This is a crime. My First Amendment right is being played with, right? Because it says, this means individuals can gather peacefully to express their opinions, seek redress for grievances from the government. Ras J Baraka is the government. Ras J Baraka, you cannot use nonprofit agencies as your political shield. You cannot put street figures in positions and then use them as your guard and use them as your goons. Wait, are you Ras Coleon? Huh? Are you Ras Coleon? For real. Trump deporting mofos for protesting once the president is set at the highest level. You're fucked all the way down. All right, so now with that being said, if that's the case, I'm ready to go all out. So if I don't have my rights, right? If I'm being threatened, if he's sending street goons in order to stop friendly protesters who shouting and saying loud words to their government officials, he signed up for that job, right? So now so what you're saying right now is he is Trump part 2. So this is what I get out of this comment. Trump deporting mofos for protesting once the president is set. So who is he for? Now this is very good. This is a very good discussion. Now you might end up with you might end up in El Salvador for protesting. Who, me? I mean, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. Wherever I'm gonna end up for taking up for my people, that's where I'm gonna end up. And that's it. That's it. That's all. I turned my life over a long time ago. Everything I've been doing. My name is Muta El Amin. I'm a children's book author from Newark, New Jersey. For the past decade, I have been putting in work to educate, organize, and empower my community. I'm supposed to fear? I'm supposed to be scared? I'm supposed to be scared because Ras Corleone? Nah, man, we can't. I'm not living like that. I'm not living like that. That's irresponsible. And we got to be able to call this shit out when we see it. You on a political campaign, you knew it was going to be protesters there. The young man Gary told you that the person you was coming to see be around pedophiles. He was coming to protest. He called me because he knew that something was going to be up. And he was right. He was right to call me. Because if I wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened. They was trying to surround him at one point, trying to take the megaphone from him. He has the right to protest. This is his First Amendment right in his city. But Ras J Baraka is using young black men. Ras J Baraka not going to take that charge, young black king. I love you. Stop it. He not going to take that charge. He going to wait for you to. He using my black brothers with real credibility as crash outs. What the fuck we doing? We got real brothers with real credibility. He using them on the political trail as crash outs. Ras Corleone, you got to make this better. You got to make this better, Ras Corleone. Nah, not for naught. Protesting against Jews will get you put out of the country. That's a fact. So where's the limit? All right, this the thing, right? We talking about if all right, I see where you're going with this. Let's be clear, right? We have a whole bunch of issues in our community, right? And we know our political officials have a hand in it, right? And our political officials are the closest thing to us, right? So that's where all the harm is getting dealt. Me personally, my gripe starts with this administration. I used to have, I paid for a hold the line hat, bruh. I had a hold the line hat because I heard his words and his words meant something to me. When he was talking, his talking was almost magical. It was the truth when he was talking, but the actions didn't match up. When it was time for the actual resources to go out and get disseminated, because that's what he said he was going to do. He was going to break contracts up. He was going to elevate people. He was getting people to come. That never happened, right? A lot of people got hurt because a lot of people wasn't part of a clique. And people moved around like a mafia, displacing families. So when you understand the pain that has been dealt out, you understand this from a different perspective. When you understand the pain that has been dealt out, you can speak about this in a different perspective. And I know. You know how I know? Because families come to me. People who's lost their job. And I got to go speak up for these people. And you can find me going to City Hall speaking up for these people. Because families are scared. Because people are scared. We shouldn't have to live in fear like this. Not from a politician. Not from Ras Corleone. Ras J, I need y'all to tag him. This is not a game. This is not a game. You are using my young black brothers as crash outs against their own people. You are the government. You possess police. You have police to back you up. Don't use the streets. Don't turn the streets against their people. What's wrong? Am I making sense at all? Do I have a right to be mad? Being though I put all of my time into my community trying to save my young black men, and I see this elder, I see what he's doing. Am I wrong for being upset? When 20 people call me telling me to be careful, why I gotta be careful when all I do is do good in the community? Fuck I gotta be careful for? Because I'm speaking the truth? Listen. However this go, it go. Ras Corleone. You gotta make this shit better, bruh. You can't bring enforcers on the campaign trail with you. That's a violation. You can't have your enforcers disrupting protests. That violates my civil rights. I got a right to tell people you a scumbag if you scumbagging. It's my right. I got 20 people call me telling me to be careful when all I do is good in this community. Make this shit right. Ras Corleone. This ain't no goddamn game. And whoever vouching for this shit, you bogus. If you think that's cool, you bogus. If you think that him hiring street figures to protect him is cool, you bogus. Fuck we got going on here? He's setting y'all up to go to jail. Young black kings. He's setting y'all up to go to jail. You can't be his shield. He has a police force to be his shield. He is the top cop of Newark. He runs around with a police barricade. Young black brothers, you cannot do that. Ras J Baraka, it is irresponsible. It is irresponsible for you to use my young black brothers in this way. You using my brothers that got a name in these streets as crash outs. Young black kings, y'all bigger than being crash outs. Young black kings, y'all bigger than that. Y'all bigger than that. It's hard. Talking inspirational and then moving how he moving is an oxymoron. That shit is stupid. He talked that shit, but then how he moved like a goddamn mafia member. Ras Corleone. Listen, man. I'm tired, man. I had 20 people call me, man, telling me to be careful. Fuck I gotta be careful for? I ain't never had to be careful before in my life. I don't walk with no mask on. I walk wherever the fuck I want to go. Now I gotta be careful. Man, y'all crazy. Listen, man. I'm a children's book author. My name is Mutai El Amin. I do children's book. I do community programs. I gotta be careful. Make that make sense. If you on right now, please share this live. I'm doing this live because I protested my mayor who was trying to run for governor. He bought street figures from Newark to Camden. These street figures interacted with the protests in an adverse manner. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I had 20 people call me, so these must have been high-ranking street figures. I had 20 people call me, ask me if I'm okay. And I'm the most peaceful person there is. Only time I talk loud is when I'm talking to my politicians. I got the right to. If you take away that, I can't be a man. I can't even talk loud to my politicians. I definitely ain't talking loud to my wife. I can't talk loud to my politicians. Come on, man. You trying to take away my manhood completely. I can't talk talk loud at work to my boss. I can't take it home. I can't take my frustration home to my wife, right? Because I got to keep home happy. So I voice my opinion and my frustration to my politician, whether I'm wrong, right, or indifferent. You get paid for that. That's your position. That's what you signed up for. You ain't signed up for that position to be acting like a goddamn mafia member. Ras J. Shit rolls downhill. They outlaw protesting on the federal level via executive order at Columbia University. I wouldn't expect anything less from the lower government. The floodgates are open for unconstitutional misconduct. It's acceptable at the highest levels right now. Nobody's speaking out about that. That's what we're speaking out against right now. That's what we're speaking out against. That's not right. I'm mad that the government is using my young black men to do it. That's what I'm pissed off at about, right? I'm pissed off because he's using my young black inspiring figures to do it. These are people who, if sent on the right direction, could motivate movements. These are people, if sent on the right direction, could start the new Black Wall Street. But we using them to be a shield for the government, to be crash outs for the United States government. Ras J. Baraka is the top cop of Newark, New Jersey. He is the mayor. He is a government official. He walks around with police officers. Why does he also need to have street enforcers? Why is he using my young black men? And soon as he done with them, all of a sudden people got indictments. This has happened before. This has happened before. We rewinding this shit. He go find his young black men that got a name on the street, use them up. You can't use them but so long before the government see what's going on. Come on, man. Come on, my brothers. Listen, 20 people called me and told me to be careful. I'm not scared. I'm not going to do anything. I'm here to help my community. So my thing is, obviously, whoever they seen in that video, these people must be somebody. And I ain't saying nothing wrong about that, but these people must be somebody because 20 people called me. Ras J. Baraka, stop using my young brothers for stuff like that. Stop using my brothers like that, because what if it get out of hand? What would you do? What if something like that get out of hand? What would you do? Ras J. Listen, man. We can't play. We can't play. We got to call a spade with a spade. We got to call a spade with a spade, right? The U.S. Constitution, specifically, the First Amendment, protects the right to protest by safeguarding freedom of speech, assembly, and the right to petition the government. To petition the government. This means individuals can gather peacefully to express their opinions and seek redress for grievance from the government, without fear of reprisal, That means that you can't hire street figures. You can't say that they there for peace and they're being disruptive, right? So what you got to do is you got to make sure you keep them with you, Mr. Ras J, Baraka. So if you go in a club and you know there's a protest outside, right? And you know things could get volatile, you got to keep your people with you because the police is out there to handle the protesters. There's cops out there to handle the protesters. So why would you put my brothers in danger? Why would you put my brothers in danger like that? They only there because of your strength. Why would you do that? Why would you set them up so if somebody say something to hurt their feelings, now they gotta hurt somebody because they really somebody? We had a protest. You've been to protest, Mr. Ras J, Baraka. You're a politician. You know how people talk. You get paid for it. The people you hire, they get paid for a task. They don't get paid to get talked to like that. So their reaction might be a little bit different. What if they don't look? What if they skin ain't as thick as yours and later on something happened to somebody? Mr. Ras J, Baraka, you got to take accountability. It's serious stuff right now, right? We at a serious time. My name is Muta El Amin. I'm a children's book author. You think I'm trying to be worried whether somebody trying to do something to me because I'm out and about? I got 20 people call me. 20 people call me. Asking me, am I okay? To be careful. That's a problem. That's a problem. Please share the live. I'm gonna be on here for a while because this is an issue. So what? Now I gotta duck and hide? Huh? I'm not. I can't. You gotta make this right, Mr. Ras J, Baraka. You do. You are negligent. You produce situations that can cause harm to people, that can put people in situations where they do things where they lose their freedom. You understand how that go? So if one of them people, let's say one of your real niggas, let's say one of your real niggas that's on your squad, right? Let's say let's say somebody, one of they little niggas don't like how somebody was talking to them and they ain't even make the call. But one of they little niggas don't like it and they go. That's on you, Mr. Ras J, Baraka. You created the climate for that. You a politician. I'm able to talk at my politicians like this however I want, whenever I want. Because that's your job. The people that you hire to do peacekeeping, to do nonprofit peacekeeping, it is not their job to be your shield. And you knowingly using them as your shield, if it leads to the bodily harm of somebody, that is on you. You think they ain't gonna tie that? You think they ain't gonna tie that to you, bruh? Let's be clear. Like let's be clear. I'm not a street nigga. I'm not a street nigga. My name is Muta El Amin. I grew up in Newark my entire life. I had one of the roughest lives there is to have. I did my time in the street. I'm a 45-year-old man trying to do work to help my community. I'm a children's book author. I'm a community advocate. I'm an after-school program executive. I don't get paid for any of that. I just do that because that's my duty as a man in the community. I don't call other people to disrupt things. I don't call other people to put themselves in harmful situations. Mr. Ras J Baraka, you are a bad OG. Your OG stripes have been taken. You put your people in bad situations. You put them people in bad situations. What if they skin not as thick as yours and they can't handle what the protesters were saying? And or they little niggas can't handle what the protesters were saying. That could lead to something. You know everything, these days, everything on camera. Why would you put my young black brothers in that spot? Why would you put them out there like that? That ain't no G shit. Why would you put them in that situation? It's political. Especially if you think they still in the streets. Any bit. That's how you got old boys sent up. You've been getting people sent up the same way. I'm going to be on here for a while. I need y'all to share this live. I need some people to tag Ras J Baraka because he has to make this right. I had 20 people call me and ask me if I'm okay. I had 20 people call me and tell me to be careful. I'm a children's book author. Why do I have to be careful? I do good stuff in the community. What am I being careful for? I ain't doing no dirt. I ain't out here looting and polluting the streets. I ain't out here fucking on my wife. I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do. Ras J Baraka, you're dead wrong. You cannot use street figures to be your shield. You cannot use street figures to be your shield. You said he gonna get them out that jam. he ain't get nobody else out that jam. I don't like to speak on that type. I don't like to speak like that because, you know, as a person that was affected by the criminal justice system, I don't wish that on nobody. So that's why I'm going on this live. I felt it was necessary because Ras Baraka, being an elder in the community, being a leader and a political figure, what he's doing is irresponsible. And he has to be checked for these irresponsible behaviors. So this ain't no diss or nothing like that. This is what men's supposed to do. We supposed to check a motherfucker when they doing bullshit. Also, motherfucker keep doing bullshit. If somebody doing something bad or wrong or harmful to you, you got to check them or else they'll keep on harming you. So this is a check so that nobody gets harmed. So I don't want anybody to feel as though this is dissing anybody. I'm speaking like this because I seen what happened. I was there. I was in between issues that got heated. That if somebody's skin is not tough, it could be taken a different type of way. That if somebody who caught that live because it went viral, because it got over 30,000 views right now, who see they big homie being talked to a certain type of way, might react a certain type of way. And we know how that go. And that is the courtesy of Ras J Baraka's short thinking. You got police officers. You got police officers out there. Camden, a whole Camden police, because they knew that the young man Gary was going to be protesting, because this is what he do. They knew that Gary was going to be protesting. Gary called me because he understood that something might go awry. Y'all see how do y'all understand? You understand how dangerous that is? That's a dangerous situation. We got, so, all right, I just want to give y'all the protesting aspect, because a lot of people don't understand what protesters do. A lot of people think it's just a bunch of yelling. Protesting is us bringing our issues to our political officials in hopes that things change. Protesting is bringing our issues to our political officials, loudly, abruptly, in hopes that things change. That's why people protest. Protest is a good thing. Ras J Baraka came to his position from using protest as a tool. He used protest as a tool, as a vehicle to obtain political position. But now he's hiring well-known street fit. I got 20 calls asking me, am I okay? And to be careful. I'm a children. Why wouldn't I be okay? What happened where I wouldn't be, where I would have to be extra careful? I walk through the city of Newark daily. I have two. I'm in two community centers. I'm the executive director of Bradley Court Community Center. I volunteer frequently at multiple community centers in Newark, New Jersey. I host community events. My name is not tarnished. I'm not out here doing all that goofy and all that. Listen, I leave that to whoever they do that. That's not what I do. I'm about uplifting my people. I'm about creating programs so that we could be sustainable as a people, right? So when you go back and you look and you research me, you see that I'm talking about poverty and how it affects us as a people and how we need resources to mitigate some of these issues. That's what I've been talking about and doing and practicing. So it's not just me talking. So I've been opening up community centers in Newark, New Jersey. Out of my pocket. This is what I do. Not getting any help. This is what I do. And I got to be careful. Why? Because I'm talking dirty to my political official? That's why I got to be careful? I can't be. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to do me like they did Malcolm, man. Word up. I ain't coming after nobody. I ain't doing nothing. I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna keep on helping people and doing the same thing I've been doing. But Mr. Ras J Baraka, you gotta do better. You gotta be more responsible with your decision making. You make the worst fucking decisions ever for a HBCU graduate. You need to be ashamed. I used to think you was smart. People say you play checkers. Oh, he be playing checkers, not chess. He be playing chess, not checkers. But this a checker move. You putting your youth in danger. Is that the plan? You really Ras Corleone. You really want to be Ras Corleone, huh? Woo-wee. Share the love, man. I can't. Listen. We got a real serious issue. And I'm going to be on here. So please share the live. I've been contacted by 20 various people telling me to be careful because I was in Camden telling the mayor what I thought. My involvement in protesting enacted people that care about me. So I ain't saying I've been threatened or nothing. These are people that care about me, who are close to the streets, who know who they seen, who said, be careful. Are you okay? Who was it? Who did you have with you, Mr. Ras J Baraka, where my people is telling me to be careful? Who was those people you had in the crowd? Why I gotta be careful? I can't help my community no more? That's what I want to know. How careful I gotta be? How careful do I gotta be? I'm trying to figure this out. Ras J Baraka, you gotta make things better. Your decision making has to be the worst ever. Make this better. I shouldn't have people calling me, telling me to be careful, because you want to send my youth into a protest. You want to send my youth to disrupt a protest. Is you fucking stupid? Why would you do that? Why would you send known street figures into a protest to disrupt it? Why are you trying to send my people to jail? Mr. Ras J Baraka? Why are you trying to send my people to jail? You're supposed to be setting the example. You're supposed to be the elder. Why are you setting people up for failure? If something transpires, it comes back to you. It's on your hand. You need to get on top of this immediately. That video, it touched a lot of people on both ends. On both ends. So we don't know how people feel after this. The longer you stay quiet and say nothing, that is neglect. Anything that does transpire is on you. Anybody is, I see there's a few people looking on. Anybody got any comments? Want me to respond to anything? Any questions? Tap in. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I can't sit by when people that care for me telling me to be careful. People that care for me is telling me to be careful. I can't, that concerns me. Why I gotta be careful? What I'm doing that I gotta be careful? If me critiquing my political official deems something that I gotta be careful of, then I'm ready now. I don't got no weapons. Do me in. Do me in. Cause I am not stopping, man. Y'all might as well do me in. They done did the shaking. Nork is running amok. Nork is running amok with this silly shit. And nothing never happens. Rest in peace to Sheikh Hassan Sharif. Rest in peace to Imam Hassan Sharif. His killer still hasn't been found. Good black man. Working in the community. And this is what Nork does to people who do good work. Fuck it, man. I don't care. I mean, like, what Ras J Baraka? This the climate you want? Is this the climate you want to set? Is this the climate you want to set? My name is Mutai Alamein. I'm a children's book author from Newark, New Jersey. I do a bunch of good stuff in the community. Over the past 2 days, I have gotten over 20 phone calls telling me that I should be careful and asking me, am I okay? People are concerned for my safety. I didn't know that I should be concerned for my safety. Why should I be concerned for my safety, Mr. Ras J, Baraka? Is something so dangerous that you're affiliated with that people that love me are concerned? Is something that you're affiliated with so dangerous that over 20 people called me and asked me, am I okay? That's a problem. It's a problem. I can't. How I'm supposed to move right now? My First Amendment right? I'm supposed to be able to protest without fear of this type of stuff. Up in the comments, somebody said this is what Donald Trump was calling for, and this is what our Black Democratic mayor is enacting. This is the behaviors that he's doing. So I don't really care what people talk to me about. I watch what people do. You could say anything. You could sell me a dream. You could know what I like and have a conversation catered to my likes to manipulate me. Over the course of time, your actions will show exactly what your intentions are. Why would you set my young brothers up for failure? Why would you knew it was going to be protesters out there. Why would you have them send them out to wrangle the protesters? You know protesters talk loud. They use language that you may not like, but you're a politician. Your skin is supposed to be thick enough to accept it. The people that are hired through these nonprofit organizations as violence interrupters, right? Or community engagers, they are not necessarily equipped to handle these type of insults. Furthermore, the people that you choose are real niggas in the streets. So if they little niggas see that somebody talking to them, it may cause a reaction. And that's why it's irresponsible. As a leader, you have to have the greatest foresight. As a leader, you have to have the greatest sympathy. You have to see holistically. You don't possess that, Mr. Ras J, Baraka. You put your people in positions to harm themselves. I'm not, listen, y'all might be, the people who on Raz team might be Rambo. Y'all might be Rambo. It don't matter. I don't have any weapons. You being Rambo coming to me is just showing your weakness, because all I have is my mental and helping my people, right? So if you listening to this live, right, because I know this live going to get out a lot of people, approaching me with violence, that's ridiculous, right? Because the only thing I do is help out. But furthermore, why would Ras J, Baraka set a situation where a scene could occur like this? He know who y'all are. If my people calling me up, telling me to be careful, then he know who the fuck y'all is too. He shouldn't be putting y'all in situations like that. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're a mayor going for governor. You got to make better decisions. You're a mayor going for governor. You have to make better decisions. That's our young black brothers right there. That's our youth you putting on the line against protesters. You're supposed to be steering our youth to build. Not people who go against the political system. You're a politician. Stop setting my brothers up like that with that mumbo jumbo. You talk that black stuff. You talk that black stuff, but then you set your brothers up for failure. You put them in positions where where their emotions may make them go back to jail. Why would you do that? Yeah. This is going to be a situation. All right, so at least 20 people contacted me and told me I should be careful. Asked me, am I okay? That's a problem. That's a problem. Why should I not be okay? Who am I dealing with? Ras J. Who am I dealing with? That I got to be careful. That I can't talk to my politician like he a politician. The same way y'all talk about Trump. Raz is little Trump. Fucking Ras J. Mafia boss. Fuck, man. I ain't going to lie to you. The thing is, right, if I was a different type of person, I would go off into the wind and, you know, I would just tuck my tail, right? The fact of the matter is I had an extremely rough life. And the fact that I'm here right now is a testament to the Creator showing me favor. And I can't put my tail between my legs when I know the Creator has shown me favor, right? So when we're talking about who all of our worthwhile men that we talk about, our heroes, all of them have one thing in common. They fought against the politicians. Why we think it's different now? I need our young youth, that have influence in the street. Please do not sell your influence to politicians. Not in a dangerous way. We understand that you dangerous. We understand that you put that work in. Who you put that work into though? You putting that work in the people that look like you, that's your community? Ras J Baraka, he's a government official. He is the top cop. If you mad at me because I'm talking to the top cop like this, then we got to have a whole different discussion now. I understand he pays your paycheck. I get that. You don't see the teachers getting mad. You don't see the actual cops getting. It was police officers that's out there, both on his detail and the Camden detail. Why are you guys going into the crowd disrupting protesters? I don't blame you though. He put you in that position. That's his fault. That's his lack of foresight. He know who he dealing with. He know y'all real niggas. He know what that could turn into if y'all make a call. And yet, his lack of foresight and awareness to prevent any of that from happening in the first place was lacking. If he loved y'all, black men, young black men, if Ras J Baraka loved y'all, he would have had y'all in a club with him. Y'all, it was y'all in Camden. He would have had y'all in a club with him. Not out there with there's police officers out there. It wasn't no crimes going on. It wasn't no violence going on. It wasn't no need for no violence intervention. If y'all saying y'all showed up in that capacity, if you showed up to support your candidate, right? Because that's who you going for, right? Being inside the establishment as your candidate, whatever. I'm not saying stay in there, but to actually engage the people who are protesting against him, right? That knowing who you are, right? And that's a big up, right? 20 people called me, 20 people said, "Joe, be careful." And that's a testament to who you guys are. You guys' name ring bells out here in these streets. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 20 people called me and told me I should be careful. Why? Because y'all work for Ras J, Baraka? Listen, I'm against the government as it stands, right? So whether it was Ras J, Baraka, or somebody else, I would be up here hooting and hollering because we'll never have enough resources. Somebody has to hoot and holler to continue to push the envelope because we are not at freedom. We are not at liberation. And a Ras J Baraka in his position doesn't make us there. So he uses my youth. He uses my youth that are influential, that have names on the streets, in order to bully the public. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Foul on the play. You can't do that. The thing is, right? Not everybody fears. No, not everybody fears that, right? So me, I distinctly don't fear that. I was raised Muslim, so I know that I have a time to return to my Creator, and I know that this life is a test. So it is my duty to bring my best gifts to humanity as I walk through this journey, this test, right? So knowing that, that's in the forefront of my mind every day. Knowing that, I can't fear, right? So for the people who called me and are concerned and told me to be careful, I appreciate the love, the respect, and the concern that you have. It leads me to making this video because you guys shouldn't have to feel that way. I'm sorry that you guys have to feel that way. I'm sorry that our mayor, bad decision making, has affected so many people. Ras J Baraka, you got to make better decisions. This has to be handled. You have to have a sit down. We have to have a public discussion. This has to be a public discussion because you have high-ranking figures that may or may not feel a type of way. You understand the implications of how things could drag out, maybe not now, but in the future, if things are not mitigated now? This is your doing. You have to make things better. I need people listening on to understand that this is potentially a dangerous situation. I had 20 people call me, telling me to be careful and ask me, am I okay? Not because of anything that I did, but because they know the reputations of the people that he has in his corner. I'm Muslim. I don't have any fear. I can't. I apologize. I can't move any different. I'm going to walk and be in Newark the way I be. This is who I am. So for the people that are the violent people who may not like what I say about Ras J Baraka, I'm sure you have people who are close to you who know me. Talk to them. Ask them who I am. They'll tell you I'm a good guy. I do good things in the community. And if your loyalty Ras J Baraka would have you do something to put yourself in jail, then you have to question the person who is actually putting you in these positions. I would never ask you to put yourself in a position that you could go to jail. I would never ask you to put yourself in a position where your family would not have you in their life. And that's what he did. He put y'all in a bad position. He put y'all in a position where he knew protesters was going to be. He knew it was going to be protesters. And he put y'all on the front line. When there was the Camden police there. When there was his police force there. So you got two different police forces there. But he put y'all on the front line. That's what concerns me. If I make any, tell me if I'm making sense, please. I know. I need to know. I need some feedback. Am I making sense here, or is my rambling just rambling? Are people here to see a crash out? I'm not crashing out. I may get excited when I express certain points, but I'm not crashing out. The Mayor Ras J Baraka is irresponsible. He put young black men in bad positions. He had them approach protesters that were peacefully protesting. And protesters are going to be protesters. So just because a protester is peaceful doesn't mean a protester is going to say nice things to you. So yeah, a protester going to call those who are in the government sellouts. A protester is going to call people who are part of the government coons. A protester is going to call you different types of names that reflect your alliance with the government. When Mr. Ras J Baraka, you bring people to a protest who may not have the skin thick enough to handle that. But no, their little homies may not have the skin thick enough to handle it. You see how deep this go? So the person he was saying it to ain't even had nothing to do with nothing. His little homies don't like how he talked to his big homie. And now something happened. Mr. Ras J Baraka, you can't be putting my young black people in dangerous situations, either to get themselves harmed or to get themselves put away in jail. Listen, man, I can't. This not a light situation. I don't usually go on long like this. So for those who listening on, it's not normal right here. It's not a normal thing of me right here. I know, bro, you're making very good sense. And you should be making this video all these years you've been advocating, and something happened to you. We know where it came from. Hey, listen, man. I'm sad that I even got to make this video. That's the reality. I've never had black men been perceived as the enemy to other black men, especially young black men. I've always been an aid to young black men. I've always been a help. I've always been a mentor to young black men. So I've never feared the young black man ever, and I won't start. Jaquan Mosley. All right, so we got a situation. Mr. Ras J Baraka's irresponsibility has caused a lot of concern in my life and my family and the people that love me. So on the protest that happened a couple days ago in Camden, there were people at the protest that people are concerned. People called me and told me to be careful. People called me and told me, am I okay? And that is a problem. I'm a children's book author. I'm a community advocate. Why should I be worried? Who did my friends see? Who did my loved ones see that they felt the need in droves? Over 20 people called me, told me to be careful. Over 20 people called me, asked me, am I okay? That's the reason for this live. I can't. It's important. It's important right here. This is important. This is an important time right now. Maybe I don't. This ain't a crash out. If you're looking for a crash out, this ain't a crash out. You might as well just chalk out. I hope that you looking on. You have already shared the live because we need accountability here. I can't stop because my people don't feel like I'm safe now. Like I've never felt unsafe in my community. I've never felt unsafe in my time. Ever. And I'm not gonna start. So we're gonna put this on the forefront. So I'm not the type to hide behind issues. We're gonna get in front of this issue. Mr. Ras J Baraka, we need to have a sit down ASAP. We need to have a sit down ASAP. Because you put in situations where that could cause people harm. I had 20 people reach out to me because they are concerned. Why are my people concerned? Who did they see that should I be concerned? That's the question. Should I be concerned? Should I be worried for my life? Because I talk loud to my political official? Should I be worried about my life? Mr. Ras J Baraka. I need them to get tagged. This is important. This is not I'm not up here playing. I'm not up here. This ain't a joke. I ain't up here laughing and making jokes. This shit is serious. 20 people that love me, called me and asked me, am I okay? That's a problem. That's a problem. Ras Corleone. We got to have a sit down, my man. You putting my young black people in bad situations. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not picking up no guns trying to harm nobody. I'm for the upliftment of my people. That's it. That's it. That's all. But the way you do things, you put people in situations to choose sides. You the government, motherfucker. You the government. Don't put young black men in a position to choose sides. If you gonna give them a job that don't entail protecting you. You got a police detail to protect you, motherfucker. Please share the live. This is not a crash out. This is me being concerned because I've gotten so many calls telling me that I should be concerned. If I didn't get any calls from people I trusted and people that I loved and people that are close to the streets. See, I'm not in the streets. I left the streets alone a long time ago. I've been driving trucks. I've been writing children's books. I've been opening up community centers in the neighborhood. I've been putting on community events. I've been hosting teacher candidate boards. I've been doing talent shows. I've been doing youth entrepreneur projects. That's what I've been doing in the community. So I haven't been into the streets, right? So, but like I came from that though. So like I really grew up in Bradley Court my whole life. So what happens is people that's close to the streets, like they called me and they asked me, am I okay? And I ain't get it. Like I ain't know that I should have. Like the first time somebody they called, it was like, yo, you good, bro? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And it was a hung up, right? And then another person called, yo, I seen this such and such, yo, you straight? And it was like, yeah, I'm straight. And they like, yo, and it's like, yo, bro, yo, be careful. And I'm like, man, listen, I do good in the community. Everybody know who I am and what I do. And I thought that I still think that to be the case, right? But when it turns into over 20 people repeating the same thing, and these are people who love and care for me, right? Some of them are, a little bit upset, and some of them are worried, right? And it it makes me have to come live and do something like this, because just like you pay for people to hide to just like you pay for people to love and do your bit, and right, like, people just love me, Raz. I've been good out here to a lot of people, so people love me. Why would you set that type of stage? You don't put street figures to go against protesters. You got a police force for that. You got a police force for that. So now we got to have a dialogue. Let's have this conversation, a public conversation, because that's wrong. You as an elder should know you can't do that. You as a leader should know you can't do that. You must protect your youth. You putting them in situations you wouldn't put yourself in. You was in the club. They was outside with protesters in another city. We know they goons. Ain't nobody saying nobody was going to do nothing to them, but why would you put them in that situation? If you cared for them, why would you put them in that situation? So I don't blame them. I blame you, Ras J Baraka. They acted on your behest. They acted on your behest, Mr. Ras J Baraka. And now 20 people call me asking me, am I okay? Because I'm protesting the mayor that I disagree with. I need to worry about if I'm okay because I disagree with you? Because I state my disagreements with you loudly? I need to worry about my safety? And that's the problem, Mr. Ras Coleon. That's the problem right there. You create the atmosphere. Creating a dangerous atmosphere is just as bad as doing the dangerous bidding. Creating the dangerous atmosphere is just as bad as doing the dangerous bidding. Out here talking about Trump. You is Ras Trump. What you doing out here? Misguiding my youth. Misguiding my young brothers under the guise of violence prevention. Don't do that, Mr. Ras J Baraka. Don't misguide my youth. Don't set my youth on the path of destruction. We already got a kill society. You want to put them in your shoes. Those your lashes you supposed to fill. Those ain't their lashes. Ain't nobody yelling at them. They was yelling at you. Every bad thing that was said was meant for you, not them young brothers. You made them young brothers internalize that though. Now they think that we was talking to them. What if they do something bad to one of us? But not even that, Mr. Ras J Baraka, because you got to have more foresight. Because not what if they do something to us. What if they little homies see what happened and do something? What if they little homies see that video and don't like how somebody was talking to their big homie at a protest? and they feel some type of way because they don't understand politics. They don't understand that protests are necessary. That protests have been vehicles for black people to gain freedoms, to gain liberties. We have always used protests as vehicles. All of our leaders, past and present, you included, Mr. Ras J. Baraka, have used timely protests to push your narrative, agenda, message. I need somebody to stop me when I'm lying or they think I'm not making sense. Please. If you think I'm lying or you think I'm not making sense, type it up there. I'm responding. I'm responding. So people think I'll be trying to attack them, right? Because for a minute I didn't say anything. But now I have to. He creates a dangerous atmosphere that is irresponsible, Mr. Ras J. Baraka. I ain't crashing out. We're going to have this discussion. You're an elder. Behave like an elder. You are an elder and you are a statesman. You shouldn't send nobody out there to receive your lashes. You are a statesman. People are supposed to talk filthy to you when things aren't going right in your district, over the area that you govern. And we as Norcas have a lot to be upset with. Hiring people to be the middleman to receive your lashes is some fucked up shit, bruh. You having my young black brothers internalizing damage that was supposed to be meant for you. Those are words that you get paid to accept. That's constructive criticism that you get paid for. That's what you're supposed to listen to. That's your people talking. You gonna sick the dogs on us? Huh, Mr. Slave Catcher? You gonna sick the dogs on us? Huh? Huh, Mr. Ras J. Baraka? You gonna sick your dogs on us? I ain't got no time to be playing no games. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 45 years old. I grew up in a time where they was gangbanging. I'm not a gangbanger. I've never put myself in a compromising situation. I've been around plenty of people who gangbang. I love some of my best bros and people gangbang. It's a culture in Newark now. I understand and I accept it, right? I'm not complaining or arguing against that. I think that there should be ways that the gang culture could be mobilized politically, culturally for the best of our people. Ras J. Baraka, you are using gang culture in an exploitive way and in a dangerous way. You using my young black brothers as enforcers to accept the political brunt of your bad decision making. Please, if you're listening on and I'm saying something that is inarticulate, unclear, something that you do not understand, please say that I do not understand, and I will try my best to say it in a way where where it could be clear, okay? But I'm gonna be up here for a while. So for those tuning in, if you're waiting for a crash out won't occur. This is accountability. Grown men must hold other grown men accountable in our community, and this is the only way we create safe spaces for us. I'm not the type to feel to be threatened. So although I'm not hurting nobody, I'm not gonna go hurt nobody. So if hurting people is cool, I'm not a cool guy, right? So if going out to inflict harm on people makes you cool, keep me out the cool clique. I'm not that, right? I want to uplift my community. So if the people that you idolize or the people that you hold in high regard are people that hurt people, then you probably won't consider me as cool. But my thing is, I'm not scared of those people. So my life has been so rough in the sense that I've grew up around all of those people. I've been an orphan since I was 14 years old. So my mother passed away when I was 14 years old, and that was in 1994, during which Newark was the murder capital of the United States of America. So from then till now, I have survived on these mean streets with my integrity intact, right? No blemishes. I return to help my community and do the best I can do for my people. And I got 20 people calling me, telling me that I should be concerned for my safety. That's a problem. I don't know how to. So for me, I've never been in this situation. I've never been concerned for my safety. I've never had people have to feel like they concerned for my safety in this manner. For the little stuff that I got into in my life, it happened and then it was over. But for something like this, it's crazy. Hey, peace, Tess. I know it's crazy. So I don't know if y'all seen the video with the Camden situation. Raz, he on some bullshit. He using our young brothers, right? And our young brothers are very influential in the streets of Newark, right? And he using them in the wrong way. He trying to get our young brothers locked up. He using our young brothers as enforcers to harass the community. But this the thing, right? People aren't scared of that. So now people are going to say how they feel because they talking to their politician. They not talking to a blood or crip enforcer. They talking to their politician. But the person that Ras Baraka put up as his shield may not have the emotional or the skin to handle those insults that was meant for the politician. And now, or his little mans might not have the skin to handle that. Now, it turns into a whole big situation, potentially. Now, people are calling, saying they're concerned. Who, Ras, I want to know, because I don't know, I'm curious. Can somebody on this live tell me who in the video that I should be concerned? Why I can't be, why should I be concerned? Why I gotta be careful? I can't go around and sell my books no more? Huh? Because I'm protesting Ras J Baraka? Nah, seriously, I want to know this. I want to know. I can't walk around and sell my books no more? I can't work at my community center no more? Because I got differences with Ras J Baraka? Because he putting my youth on his front line? Come on now. Come on now. over 20 people contacted me because they concerned. I wasn't even concerned until after they all, by like the 15th person, now I'm looking like, is they coming? Is they coming? Where you at? Oh man, nah, but for real though, Ras J Baraka, you gotta be one of the worst decision makers ever. You can't send real goons to a protest to defend you. That's the problem. You can't send real life goons in your stead to protect you, to take your brunt. You signed up for that when you took office. They didn't sign up for that. They signed up to be nonprofit violence interrupters and peacekeepers. You putting them in the whole wrong direction. What you setting them up for is the opposite. Am I making sense? I mean, somebody let me know if I'm making sense. If I sound crazy, right? If I sound like I'm crashing out, I need somebody to type that up there too, because I'm really having a discussion because I'm concerned. So I'm gonna be up here for a while. I usually don't do long videos. I usually do videos where I make a point, give information. Sometimes it's comical, sometimes it's straight information. But usually that's my way to disseminate information because I know people don't have a long attention span. However, this is a serious situation. I need whoever's on to share because I have gotten over 20 calls saying, am I okay? And to protect myself. I've never felt a reason ever in Newark, New Jersey to feel scared. I've been a good dude my whole life. And for those who are on live who know me, could you please throw up something so that it verifies I have been a good dude since you know me? And what happens is we have a political official that is paying people to act other than themselves. Nah, never that. You expressing the truth. I try my best to always keep myself in the space of truth because I need for when you see me tomorrow, whoever's looking on or going to be looking on, for when you look at me tomorrow, you need to be able to accept what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying is the truth. So once I start lying to you, then you don't know what's a lie and what's the truth, and our engagement becomes different. So I've always engaged my audience with the truth. I never try to be misleading. I give my passionate twist on things that I'm passionate about. This particular issue is concerning. It's dangerous, right? So I'm from the streets, but I'm not in the streets, right? I'm not in the streets. So when street dudes is contacting me, telling me to be careful and asking me, am I okay? I find that concerning. Like I said, maybe if it was only one person, I would say, all right, that's just smoke, right? But I had over 20 people contact me. That lets me know that whatever they saying something that concerned them, because these are people that love me who've been contacting me. So they saying something that concerned them, right? And I don't want to play with life like this. I'm too serious to be playing with life, right? So I'm putting this video out here as a challenge to Ras J Baraka to make this situation better. Ras J Baraka is putting real life goons in protest situations where he know they may be triggered. Ras J Baraka is putting real life Newark street figures into situations where they may be triggered by protesters. That's dangerous, Mr. Ras J Baraka. You have to do better. Am I making sense, people? All right, so I know half the people that's looking on are probably people that's really concerned, and half the people that's looking on are waiting for a crash out. A crash out won't come. A lot of people y'all probably don't know me, probably just got introduced to me recently and saying a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm really an intelligent young man. So if you're looking for this whole wild thing, that won't happen. I am passionate about what's going on, and I am concerned about this situation that could potentially be dangerous. Not that I'm going to cause any danger, but I don't know how other people think. And because Ras J Baraka has put young black men in a position to be his spear, anything could happen. And because I know anything can happen, my goal is try to create a scenario where we mitigate these issues without causing harm. So my goal is to mitigate these issues without causing harm. So I'm challenging Mr. Ras J Baraka to be a man, to be a elder, and come forth to the community and have a dialogue to create peace. Because what happened in Camden created this created an unstable situation here in Newark. You don't put street figures in a protest, right? You take what them protesters say. If you could hear what them protesters saying, you listen to it. They protesting you, Ras J Baraka. They wasn't protesting them street people. We love our street figures. Wasn't nobody protesting them. That was about you. You made them intervene. And people talk to them bad because they was intervening on behalf of you. Do I make sense, people? Just asking. Just asking. The reason why I'm up here is because there are a lot of people who are concerned about me. And so, hence, after so many people called me and was concerned, I started to get a little bit concerned. So now, this is why I'm not a street figure. So I didn't hear this information and say, oh, I'm about to put that work in. I'm not. When I say I'm about to put work in, I'm talking about going to the politicians to demand resources. So when I'm talking about putting work in, that's what I'm talking about. Going to politicians, demanding resources for our community. So you ain't gonna hear me when people talk about I could be concerned. Oh, come on, we gonna ride out. I'm not riding out. I'm gonna be the same person. I'm going to schools. I'm selling. I'm doing children's books. That's what I do. So I'm not a street figure. But what I'm letting you know is that Ras J Baraka, you put them street figures in a position to go to jail. Why would you do that? What if they really as street as they say they is and they hurt somebody? They going to jail. What if they little homies is really, really YNs and do something? They going to jail. And you set that situation up, Mr. Ras J Baraka. That's why. That's why this is a conversation that needs to happen. Does anybody that listening on not understand what I'm saying? Please, I would like to make it clear to you. If you do not understand what I'm saying, please type in what you do not understand, and I would make the discussion clear. I will look out for specifically your comment and respond to your comment, because I'm gonna be up for here for a while because I am concerned. I need people to tag Ras J Baraka because we need to have a sit down. Because right now, Newark is a dangerous climate. I have over 20 people calling me, asking me, am I okay? And they are concerned about me. That's why I'm on this live. That's why I'll be up here for a while. Hey Tracy, hey, who all up here? I'ma shout out. Who all up there? If you up here, you want to shout out, send a heart up so I can shout y'all out. I appreciate y'all for coming through and listening to me. Please say some prayers throughout this time, because we in a time where we never know what happened. They killed the imam, and the killer still hasn't been caught. So I know if they could kill an imam in the city of Newark and he doesn't have been caught, I know anything can happen to me. So I know I'm not bulletproof and I'm not RoboCop. So I don't walk around with no security in these streets. I don't walk around with security in these streets. I walk around dolo. So I don't possess a gun. I don't possess a razor, a knife. I don't see the need to, because all I do is positivity. I shouldn't have to in my city. I shouldn't have to in my city. But I understand that we in Newark, the city that killed Imam Hassan Sharif, this city that was a part of killing Malcolm X. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like Ras J Baraka, he doing some filthy shit. Like he hiring street figures to be his shield. So you, Ras J Baraka, get paid to take these criticisms. That's your job. When you go out there as an elected official, you sign up for people to talk bad to you. Right? Don't put my young black men that probably got fragile egos on your front line. Because they can't handle the same critique. And those type of things might play out in the streets. That's what happens. That's why this is critical. That's why I'm saying your decision making is bad. Because unbeknownst to you, one of their little homies may have been looking at that. And they can't stop their little homie from reacting. You got to make better decisions. That's why I'm up here. I got 20 calls from people that love me because they seen people in a video that concerned them. That's crazy. Because I know some bad people. I've really been in the streets. I've been in office since I was 14. In and out of group homes. So the dangerous people, I know them. And I got dangerous people telling me to be careful. That love me. Saying, bro, be careful, man. Watch out. Because Ras J Baraka makes stupid decisions. Because he puts street figures in situations that they shouldn't be in. There were police outside. Camden police was there, and Ras J Baraka had his police force. Why do you need street enforcers? What type of coward is you? You protected by the government. What the fuck you need street enforcers for, you fucking coward? Shit pissing me off now. I apologize. I said I wasn't going to crash out. But when I think about the harm that he's inflicting on the community, when I think about the danger he's causing, so if one of your street enforcers do something, they go into jail. Right? I'm not a street nigga. I'm letting it know. I'm not a street nigga. If you hurt somebody in front of me, you going to jail. I'm for my people. Let's be clear about that. I'm not looking for you, trying to whack you and none of that shit. Why? So I could go to jail trying to do something? Nah, I'm not doing none of that. I'm for my people. When you put real street personalities in situations that's designed for politicians, it is the recipe for disaster. And you know this, Mr. Ras J Baraka. Use that HBCU education. You acting real simple. That power done went to your motherfucking head. You acting stupid. I need you to be clairvoyant. I need you to think holistically. He wants to be the governor. Wow. With them types of actions, grow up, Ras. Take your licks. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. For anybody that's just joined, please share the live. This is a very serious dialogue. For anybody that's just joined the live, if you have any questions about what's going on, I'm definitely willing to articulate what's going on to you. This is not a crash out video. If you came to see a crash out video, this is not the one. Right now we have a very serious situation going on in Newark. I'm a children's book author. My name is Muta El Amin. I do a bunch of good things in the community. This is my children's book, Monsters Under the Bed. I left the street life a long time ago to embark on a journey of providing resources to my community. I've done so with my heart. I've done so without being paid. I've done so even in adverse situations where government officials have put red tape to block me. I say this to say I have no desire to cause any physical harm to anybody. I say this to say that I shouldn't have to worry about my safety in my field of work. Teachers don't have to worry about their safety. Judges don't have to worry about their safety. The janitor doesn't have to worry about his safety. Me trying to bring positive influence to my community, I have to worry about my safety. Make it make sense. Newark killed Martin Luther. Newark was involved in killing Malcolm X. Newark killed Imam Hassan Sharif. No one has been caught for Imam Hassan Sharif's murder. This is the climate that we are in. So this is why I'm concerned. Imam Hassan Sharif was my mentor. So yeah, I'm very concerned. When 20-something people call me and tell me to be careful, I have a reason to be concerned. Bought the book for a few of my babies and they loved it. Keep writing books, brother. Hey, T's, you know you family. You star, y'all support the message. Everybody see you notice you don't never hear me tell them stories about motherfuckers don't be supporting. I don't never tell them stories because my hood supported the fuck out of me. When I told everybody I was doing the children's book, everybody lined up to get one. Like, and I love y'all for that. For real, for real. I ain't never the type to be like, yo, niggas don't support. Nah. My guys was everybody supported. In some type of way, shape, form, or fashion, I ain't got that story. I ain't got that support. Ain't nobody giving no love. So thank you. I appreciate it. Nah, man, I definitely appreciate you and the family for supporting the book venture. So just for those, so that's what I do. I do children's books. I do after school programs. I do summer programs. I do youth events. I do older events too, pop-up shops and shit like that. Got the embroidery machine. Y'all see the Nook right here. Nah, man, that's my brand. But what I don't do is I don't inflict harm on my community. I'm not out here looting, polluting, and shooting in my community. And I'm not scared of those that do it. So I'm not going to be scared because Ras Baraka has a team and they goons. I can't be scared. That's not going to be the case. That's why I'm on this live right now. Because we gotta find an amicable way. His bad decision making could lead to a point of clarity, but one thing it won't cause me to shut up. So normally, for those who know me, I'm never on live for this long, ever. But this is a very serious situation. I had 20-something people call me and tell me I should be concerned. And if I should be concerned, then Ras Baraka should be concerned. Because if something happens to me, that means you going to jail in connection. That's conspiracy in some type of way. That's how racketeering happens. So how racketeering happens is you necessarily don't have to have knowledge of, but because you employ somebody and their subordinate does something to further the organization, right? That's racketeering. And you put in my youth in situations. You're supposed to be an example. Why are you putting them in situations to commit crimes? Putting them in situations that they may have to prove themselves. Why you putting a gangster in a situation that he might gotta prove that he a gangster? And you a leader? As you just mentioned, all your positives, your face glowed. Nah, because it's intentional, bro. Like, I love what I do. Like, I love that I've left a space. So that street life, I used to like that. But now that I'm not in it, I love when people come to me for help and I could solve a problem. I love like that be my goal when I get up. I'm asking my creator for direction so I could be a vessel. So I could be a vessel to heal my community. Cause I know we broken. And we got these slick talkers. These slick talkers that went to school to manipulate. We got these slick talkers manipulating our kids. They acting like they trying to mitigate the gang issues when really they promoting it. Ras J Baraka, your actions have shown and proven to be irresponsible. And this ain't no disrespect. This a check, man to man. As a man, you should be able to accept another man telling you wrong. When you wrong. And you got to be able to accept it and say, I'm wrong. Let the public know. It was a better way I could have handled that. I should have had them in here with me. It was police outside. Your lack of foresight creates a dangerous atmosphere, Mayor Ras J Baraka. And that's why I'm on this live, because it's a serious situation. I need y'all to share this live. Most importantly, I need you to tag your mayor, because this is a situation only he could fix. I'm not going to no goons, asking no goons for reconcile. I ain't do nothing. I'm not going to no street figures trying to clear nothing up with no street figures. Hell no, that's the fastest way to a casket. Hell no, let me talk to you man to man. Fuck I look like. Ah, hell no. Ras J Baraka, clean this shit up, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Yeah, I thought the gang members was against the police and the top cop, they protect and make it make sense. All right, so it's crazy because, right, in jail, they got something called a tier rep. So the tier rep, he stays around the correctional officer all the time, and basically he's the correctional officer's middleman or overseer to the rest of the prisoners. So you'll find the tier rep most of the times telling the prisoners when to lock in. You'll find the tier rep most of the time implementing measures of penalty, right? Or discipline, right? And so what we see out here is that same type of that same type of system going on. Yeah, so what we see, that's what we see going on out here. So it's that tier rep mentality. And I don't mind. People do what they do to get their check, right? I just asked that my youth, my young men that do have influence in the streets of Newark, would you please step back, right? Your boss is putting you in situations where you may have to prove that you are a gangster, right? And every time you have to prove that you are a gangster, you put yourself in position to go to jail. Either you to go to jail or somebody you love to go to jail, right? So I ain't even saying nothing gonna happen to you because I ain't doing nothing to you, right? I'm not looking for you. I'm not doing none of that, right? But your feelings may be hurt to where as though you feel as though something gotta happen to me, right? And if this is the case, I'm cool with it. But this is in direct relation to Mr. Ras J. Baraka's ineffective leadership. I'm going to keep it on the eye. That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping it on the eye. A lot of people have contacted me. I don't know who else got contacted. Over 20 people contacted me telling me that I should be careful based upon people that they seen in that video. So, I mean, I'm saying these people must be real dangerous people. Because the people I know that they're street people, and they telling me to be careful and I should be worried. So, kudos. Like, whoever y'all are, like, y'all some real dangerous cats. No line. I got 20-something calls today. Between the day and yesterday. So yeah, y'all the real deal. Ras J. Baraka, you the fluke and the fraud. Street people, y'all the real deal, cause motherfucker, y'all names is ringing out here in these goddamn streets, you hear me? And I respect what the fuck y'all do. Y'all killing and drilling, tearing shit up. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm building my community up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what y'all do. I mean, I was once on the wrong side of the road, so I ain't here to judge. What I'm saying is you can't use your influence for the politicians. Like, that's some weird shit. It's weird. So that should be a part of the street code though, because that's like working for the police. Like Ras J. Baraka is the top cop. Like, he's literally the top cop of Newark. So you work for the police. And that's okay. I'm not saying don't get a job because you got a job at a nonprofit agency. You ain't get a job as his professional flunky. Your job is to do violence prevention. That's your jobs. You shouldn't be put in positions where you have to get violent. The mayor shouldn't be putting you in position to where you have to get violent. So I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming his bad decision making because it's always the leadership. And he a bad leader based upon this. Mr. Ras J. Baraka, we got to sit down ASAP. I can't move different. I'm not going to move any different. The people around me are concerned. Who that nigga on that nag? I don't know. I don't know what that mean. I don't know what that mean. Who that nigga on that nag? What the heck? That's some down south slang. What type of lingo is that? He said, who that nigga on that nag? What the heck? Nah, let me stop. Trying to make some good moments in this trying time, right? So I ain't gonna beat myself up like, oh, the Django, okay. I ain't catch it, my bad. But yeah, so for anybody who need any clarity, I'm not here ranting, I'm not here crashing out. So if you're looking for a crash out, you came to the wrong live. I'm an intelligent black man who does good in his community. Right now we have a mayor that uses street people to do his dirty work, and that's not right. A couple of days ago, I feel as though my First Amendment rights was interrupted with because he sent his street goons out while I was protesting. So the thing is, right, unbeknownst to me, these are real life, I guess, dangerous people, right? So you can't intimidating protesters is against our First Amendment right. So if you're sending dangerous people to instigate, right, that's against our First Amendment right. Furthermore, you claim to be an elder, yet you using my youth to do stupid shit, right? So you are a political official. It is in your job to accept criticism from citizens. That's why we have the right to protest. So that people like you who don't like hearing about yourself have no choice. So that's why that's my right to protest. You can't use my youth to attack me and then call yourself some type of black something, whatever you call yourself. You're a fucking cop. You're a government agent. You are dividing a community. You are using black men against black people. That's what you're doing. You know you're a cop. Don't act like you can't. That's what I'm saying. People want to differentiate because you're black. Oh, why are we doing this to black people? And I need us to understand that politicians aren't black, they blue. So the same smoke we got for cops when they do dumb shit, we gotta have the same smoke for politicians when they do dumb shit, because they are at the top of the food chain. That's where the policies come down from. That's where the temperament, that's where the environment comes from that makes our kids get locked up. That has our supposed to be rehabilitating gang members doing dumb shit. They supposed to be on blocks preventing crimes, getting the little homies to think about a better life, but you got them provoking protesters at a political event. Ras J Baraka, you got to do better. You got donkey of the day for this. You got donkey of the day for this. You can't be a black leader and using young black youth to crash out. You crash out, nigga. You crash out yourself. Money is the root to evil, and when they offering jobs and contracts, people go side with the dumb shit, unfortunately. Absolutely. You ain't never lied. And I understand we in bad times. Rent $2,000 a month. Like, if you ain't bringing home that motherfucking money, your lady ain't even treating you like a man. I get it, right? He offering a nice job, probably getting like 1,000 stack a week or something like that. Allow you to feel like a man. Understand that you have a non-profit job for crime prevention. That's where that budget came from. That budget came for you to stop crime, not to enact it. So you going out on a campaign trail into a group of protesters that's protesting against your mayor, right? It's not your job. Your mayor got to hear that. You got to stay in the club and mingle. Him letting you go outside, he put y'all in danger. And I'm not saying something could have happened to y'all, because we know y'all super thugs. Everybody called me and told me that. You motherfuckers are super thugs, right? So I ain't saying something going to happen to y'all, right? But he put y'all in position that y'all might do something to somebody else. That's a jail trip. You want to go back to jail? Who want to go back to jail? I've been there. I don't want to go. That's why I changed my life around. I'd be a motherfucking fool to put myself in a position I can't get no motherfucking pussy. You crazy? And pardon my language for those who listening, but we on man time now. We on man time now. This how black men need to be talked to. He's setting our babies up for failure. I mean, I ain't calling these young men babies, but they a little bit younger than me, because I predate the gang culture. I came up before gangs was in Newark. I'm only 45. I know it's 45-year-old gang members, but I already made my name before gangs came. By the time gangs came, I didn't have to be none of that. I was Mutop. Same person I am now. Good dude. I don't cross nobody. I stand on what I stand on. That's me. I can't fear y'all. I'm just looking at Ras Baraka like he's stupid. Every time y'all do some dumb shit, I'm looking at your leader at how dumb he is. He on a campaign trail. He don't need this type of attention. I'm not going to stop. So, all right, let's be clear about this, right? Until me and him meets, I'm going to be causing civil disruptions in Newark daily because I feel like I'm in danger. So I'm gonna be at City Hall with the bullhorn. I'm on bullshit. I ain't got no job. I sell children's books. And y'all made it to where now I feel as though it's dangerous for me to even go around selling children's books. So now I gotta make sure this situation is over. So I'm gonna be on this thing regular. This like sit now. I'm here. Mr. Ras J Baraka, make better decisions. Mr. Ras J Baraka, I need to meet with you. Mr. Ras J Baraka, over 20 people called me telling me that I should be worried about my safety. Mr. Ras J Baraka. Let's go. I can't play around. You're not gonna do me like they did Malcolm. You're not gonna do me like they did Imam Hassan. And nobody know about it. Nah, ain't nobody gonna sleepwalk me. Hell no, I ain't no motherfucking criminal. You think I'm gonna keep my mouth shut while I know shit happening? Hell no. That's what criminals do. You hide shit. That's what motherfucker, man, fuck, I ain't no criminal. I ain't got to hide nothing. That's what I told my kids growing up. If a motherfucker tell you, it's something wrong, tell daddy immediately. And I need y'all to tell y'all daughters and sons that too. Don't tell them because the wrong person tell them and they get scared because they used to people telling them when things bad is about to happen. Nah, we gonna bring all this shit to light. We gonna bring this to light. I ain't playing with my life. My life. People called me, said they concerned about my safety. People that love me. Dangerous people. I'm from the projects. People call me, asked about my safety. Because of the actions that Mr. Ras J Baraka has taken. Come on, man. Use your emotional intelligence, Mr. Ras J Baraka. You cannot put street figures in situations that will cause them to act streets. You can't put gangsters in situations that gonna make them be gangster, Mr. Ras J Baraka. What's wrong with you? You ain't got the foresight? That education ain't do you too good. Something's wrong. So if the HBCU taught you this but didn't teach you how to see things holistically, how to have forevision, that means I don't think you critically think correctly. Now I need to know who making the decisions for you because your critical thinking ain't good. And based upon all the scandals that's been happening in Newark over the last few years, you might be a who clone Tyrone. Is this the real Ras J Baraka? I'm sorry, but I used to go to the men's meetings. I bought a Hold the Line hat. That's why I'm saying the who clone Tyrone. Is this the real Ras J Baraka? Because this motherfucker done did a whole 180. Huh? Am I lying? How many people believed in him? How many people believed in Ras J Baraka and now look at that motherfucker for the fraud he is? Time tell everything. And as a man in the streets of Newark, as a real man in my community, you think I'm going to shut up and not say nothing? Nah. I don't care if you do got killers and I'm not a killer. I'm not scared to die. I don't give a fuck how many killers you got around you. I didn't think I was going to make it to 23. I'm 45. I'm not scared to die for my people. And that's where you got this shit fucked up. 20 people are concerned for my safety. So I'm concerned for my safety. So this live is an act to make sure that I stay safe. I never felt the reason, through all the activism I've done in my life, through all the arguments I've done in my life, I've never felt the reason to make a public statement in order to keep me safe. Today I feel that way. Today I call out to the public to hold Mayor Ras J Baraka accountable because he creates a dangerous environment in Newark. Ras J Baraka using Newark street figures as his enforcers is a dangerous situation. One, it puts our young black men in danger of going to jail. Two, it puts our young black men in danger of the crossfire of words meant for him that land on them that might trigger them to do something harmful to someone else. Because from what I'm told, these are dangerous people. I can't fear dangerous people, no matter what. I have a deficiency in my heart. My heart doesn't allow me to fear people. So what happens is when I see fearful situations, I go at them head on. I want to accept the challenge, right? And so that's what this is. I'm not a killer. I'm not going to pick up any guns and hunt anybody down. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to you're not going to kill my voice. You're not going to stop me from advocating for my people. You might as well get me out of here now. I'm ready. I'm on South Orange Avenue. I'm ready. That's where I be. Y'all know where I be at. Y'all know where I be. I'm in the West Ward. All the time. I don't never had no mask on. I ain't never got no security. Everybody see me in the open all the time. I'm walking most of the time. Shaking hands, laughing, joking, talking to the elders. Every day, I do safe passage. I don't go online and show people the safe passage, but that's what I do every day. I'm out about 7 o'clock in the morning, walking around the street, the parts that I think is a little bit crowded, where I think things could get out of control at. After school, I'm opening up the community center. We making sure that we feed the kids that's coming from Westside High School and the schools around the area. They know us. The community knows us for doing good stuff. So if I gotta be scared in a neighborhood that I'm doing good at, we got a problem. We got a real fucking problem. I gotta be scared. I gotta be scared to do good. Let me ask y'all, people, should I leave? Should I go away? Because Raz put people in position to scare me away. Should I go away? Should I leave? Because something might happen to me, and I got a 7-year-old that I love dearly, and I got a 14-year-old that I love dearly, and I got a 15-year-old that I love dearly, and I got a 20-year-old. Matter of fact, a 21-year-old that I love dearly, and I got a 22-year-old that I love dearly. So do I have to leave to protect myself so that my family doesn't lose me like we lost Malcolm X? Do I have to go somewhere? Do I have to leave Newark so that my family can have me? So that I don't get gunned down in the streets of Newark like Imam Hassan Sharif? Is that what has to happen? I have to leave? Because Mayor Ras J Baraka is irresponsible and he using our youth as his swords. He using our youth as his shields. You got a whole fucking police force. Don't corrupt our youth. You're a fucking politician. Our youth should not be on the side of politicians. And you, as a black advocate, Nia Force, son of Mary Baraka, supposed black Jesus, you out of fucking pocket, bruh. You out of pocket. And as a man, I gotta tell you that. Because you might not hear it for the motherfuckers that's in your corner. Because everybody in your corner want to check. So they ain't going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth, though. You going to hear this shit. I already know your corner. Everybody on your team is following my page. So I know you're going to hear what's going on. We need a meeting. I don't want to feel threatened doing work in my city. We got to sit down because I don't want to feel unsafe while I'm trying to build and create safety programs in my community. I don't want my people to worry about me. You know how many people is affected right now? People are concerned about me. You're affecting a lot of lives with your dumb decision making. We gotta sit down. We gotta have a talk. I'm not taking my family through that. They gotta keep calling to check on me, hoping I'll be all right, calling me in the morning. I don't even like talking to half these people that much. Nah, real shit though. Like, I talk when I talk, but like now people gonna start calling me every day. Like, bro, you good, bro, you good, bro, you good. Like, people don't call me that much. People only call me when there's issues to be handled. You know what I mean? 20 people in one day, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. You see what I'm saying? Like, we gotta have this discussion. Anybody on the live right now that is not clear about what's going on and need clarity, please type in what you need clarity about. I'll articulate it in a manner that you can understand. Anybody that's looking for a crash out is not happening here. I am an intelligent black man, and I do know how to articulate myself. When I'm in protest and when I'm hyper emotional, yeah, I will use language that is harsh. Yeah, I will. However, I'm always in control of myself. So with that being said, let's have a discussion. How many people are tired of what's going on? How many people are tired of what's going on? I can see you're overwhelmed. Bro, these people that care about me. So now it's like, on one end, I'm talking people off a roof because, like, I'm from the street, so I know dangerous people, and the dangerous people I know, they don't really care about them dangerous people. They just know that them people dangerous, so they just letting me know, asking me, like, yo, what's up? So, in a sense, I gotta make, like, and it's not even that them dangerous people said that they was going to do something to me, but the environment, the hostile environment creates an unsure situation. Y'all get me? Did I lose anybody right there? Because I know it was a lot going on in that little circle. Anybody need me to repeat what I said? Let me know. Just put up anything. If you need me to repeat what I just said, let me know, because I know it was a little complex. But I'm going to go back into it, right? So I grew up on the streets of Newark. I'm a good dude. I know a lot of dangerous people. The dangerous people that I know is coming to check on me like, yo, bro, is you okay? And it's not like the people that's on Raspberry Baraka's team said anything like they was going to do anything or nothing like that. So That's why I never felt nothing like that. But clearly, my dangerous people know how dangerous these people is. And that's the reason for this dialogue. And if anybody does not understand that sequence of conversation because it was a bit difficult to understand, please let me know so I can simplify it again. Bro, I'm from the Huda and I know you personally, but you don't know that. Oh man, oh man. I man, listen. I know you know me. The crazy part is, right? You right. I didn't know that you knew me from the Huda, right? Um, and I know for sure that whatever your experience was with me, it was a good experience because I'm intentional about it. I've always been that. I've been that way since I was a child. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did my fair share of whatever people growing up in the projects do, right? So I'm not exempt from any of the mishaps and what. Oh, you from Brookdale? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, we know each other. Hell, it's impossible for us not to know each other. Um, But just in a sense, I'm a real person in the community. So it's probably some people who looking on who probably followed me recently who don't know me, right? But I'm a real person in the community, and I shouldn't have to feel threatened. I shouldn't have to feel like I'm in danger, because of a bad decision that Ras Baraka made. Ras Baraka, you are a political official. People are allowed to protest you. You cannot use street figures as your shield and your sword. That's simple. I'm gonna be up here for a while. For those who tired of the rant, clock out. I don't care if it's one person up here. I'm gonna be up here because this is a dangerous situation, and we definitely need to get resolved here. So if you are concerned about me, like the other people are concerned about me, please tag Ras Baraka in this post. Also, please share this post because we got to get the word out. So I want the thugs and I want the thugs and shit. I want them to come see me too, because they never said nothing. Like they never like I never was threatened or anything. Nobody never talked bad to me or anything. So I don't want to make this look like somebody had threatened me or something. That never happened. However, people that I know seen you guys and they know how you guys get down and they feel and they like, yo, bro, just be careful. So they don't want you guys acting out on Ras J Baraka's behalf because, people were exchanging harsh words at a protest, right? And that's the concern right now. So until we get to the bottom of this, until I feel safe, right? Until I can convince my family and my friends that I'm safe, right? We gonna be at this right now. So Rajay Baraka, you trying to be governor right now. The post from Camden had maybe 30,000 on my page. On Africa page, it had over 30,000, and on the young man, Greg from Camden, it had over 30,000. So we're talking about 90,000 potential people who's seeing how you behave. Like right now, you need to be trying to clean yourself up, right? You need to be trying to take yourself away from the thug mentality that you possess, right? You are not Ras Coleon. I don't care how many times you sing Godfather, you are not Ras Coleon. And if you are Ras Coleon, never mind. I don't want to do no personal attacks. This strictly business right now. Um, I'm crashing out. Working the AM. Peace and blessings. Don't crash out, sis. It's all love. Let me speak life into these people. All love. Have a good day at work. I love you. Thank you for staying up with me. I'm gonna be on here for a while. I definitely appreciate you. Um, shit, man. All right. For those who have just come on and do not understand what I am talking about. Recently, we had a protest in Camden. I was called to Camden by a young man, an activist in Camden named Gary. Gary is protesting the Camden's mayor because the Camden's mayor is running around with a pedophile. He is a reverend, a minister, something like that, but he's a proven pedophile. He has charges, right? He has paperwork proving this, right? So he's telling he made a live video that went viral prior to Ras J Baraka's arrival, saying that if you're coming to entertain this pedophile, we will be out there to protest you. Okay? He then called me and asked me to come out there and support. I came out there to support. I was out there in Camden to support the local activist who called me for his help, the young black brother. And if he called me again, I'm coming out there again. We out there to protest the pedophile and Ras Baraka affiliating himself with a known pedophile. The Camden, like, if anybody, I need y'all to look into Camden politics and what's been going on recently. So a lot of people don't understand what's going on. We look at Newark and we in this little glass bowl, but we don't understand the stuff that's playing out in the greater New Jersey area as well. And I'm abreast of these situations. People keep me in tune to these situations. So when Ras J Baraka knew there was going to be people protesting him out there, so he bought his foot soldiers intentionally. But my thing, that is extremely irresponsible. That is extremely irresponsible. You put your foot soldiers, you put your goons in situations where they have to be goonish. Why would you do this? I thought you care about your brothers. You know if they being goonish, they got a good possibility of going to jail. You know that, right? Oh, but you used to that. You break your tools all the time, Mr. Ras J Baraka. You don't mind sending people to jail that once served you, Mr. Ras J Baraka. We see this shit happening time and time again. Yeah. Truth hurt. Truth is the truth. Anybody who has an issue with what I'm saying, you can feel free to state your point of view and we can have a dialogue. I will not say anything disrespectful to you. Please, let's have a dialogue. You don't have to agree with me. I'm saying that Mr. Ras J Baraka's behavior has been Ras J Baraka's behavior has been undiplomatic, unbecoming of a state official, right? Because you got police officers to handle protesters. There was a platoon of police officers there because they know that Gary protests in Camden. They knew that he was going to be out there protesting. All of the police in Camden knew Gary. You had your own police force out there with you, at least 5 cops with you. Why would you send the only people who don't have those type of police protections into a crowd to potentially get themselves locked up or harm people? Why would you do that? It's crazy right now. I'm not gonna let up. I've been talking for a long time. My shit getting chapped. Word up. My side's been white. My side's been on some white. I don't want that. I don't want them dope things on edges on the crack. Where's they be like, what more on that dog food? No, sir. But Facts. Everybody got their own opinion, and nobody should be oppressed behind it. Absolutely. And one thing I'm for sure about. I can't let nobody oppress me. Like I'm like even if I ain't a street nigga, I'm a man. Like I'm a man. I'm a man. Let's start with that. I am a man. Fuck. Oh man. I'm a man, Buddha. All right, so I'm starting to act silly now, and this ain't a laughing moment. I appreciate everybody who been tuning in. Please share the live. If anybody that needs any further clarity, you can inbox me, and I'm welcome to give you clarity. If you disagree with me, you can inbox me too, and we can have a discussion. So I'm not saying I'm ultimately right or he's ultimately wrong, but I don't want to feel unsafe in my community that I'm doing good in. Peace and blessings. Please tag your favorite politician. Please tag your street activists and let them know what's going on. Protect me. Peace and blessings. I'm out.